Thank you for having me here, ma'am. So, my topic for today is healthy eating in adolescence. So, adolescence is a period of rapid physical growth. There are so many pubertal changes happening. There is a significant gain in height, weight, and muscle. An average teenage girl would gain around 5 to 25 centimeters of height. A teenage boy would gain around 10 to 30 centimeters of height. There is a growth spurt which will last for around 2 to 3 years. Approximately 20% of the adult height is what is gained in adolescence. Approximately 40% of the bone mass is again attained in adolescence. Coming on to the curve of bone mineralization versus age. So the maximum slope of bone mineralization happens in comparison to age. The maximum amount of bone mineralization occurs between the age of 10 to 20. Of course, the peak bone mass is reached at the age of 30, but this is the time of maximum slope. So we need to supplement our teenagers with adequate amount of calcium and protein at this time. Apart from the physical growth, there is a lot of cognitive development happening. The teenagers will develop their own abstract thinking. They will become emotionally independent. They will have their own emotional stability, which will ultimately define their food choices also, apart from peer pressure and media influences, but they have a thinking of their own. At this very time, the appetite of the teenager will increase, and this we need to balance with the amount of diet that the child will take. So if the food consumed is more than the physical activity the child is doing, that is the teenager is very sedentary, obviously there'll be a weight gain. And if the physical activity is more, the teenager is into a lot of sports, the child will become underweight. Roughly, a teenage boy would require around 24 to 2800 calories. That is, he will eat approximately equal to what his father eats. And a teenage girl would require around 2100 to 2400 calories, which is slightly more than her mother. Our food pyramid basically comprises of 5 food items. The base of the pyramid is formed by bread, cereals, and potatoes. Next comes in the fruits and vegetables. Then comes in the dairy products. Then the proteins, which is made by meat, fish, eggs, nuts. And lastly, by fats, oils, and confectionery. So cereals give us around 50 to 65% of the diet. They give us around 50 to 65% of the total energy intake for the day. On an average, the girl would require around 4 to 5 servings and a boy would require around 5 to 7 servings. By one serving, I mean 1 cup of cooked rice equals to 1 cup of pasta or noodles, equals to 2 slices of bread or 2 medium-sized chapatis or 2 medium potatoes. These cereals not only just give us energy, but they also give us a lot of fiber, which helps in digestion, prevents constipation, maintains their satiety for a long time, prevents a lot of chronic diseases, and the approximate daily requirement is around 21 grams. The fiber also comes in from various fruits and vegetables. On an average, a teenager would require around 5 to 7 servings of fruits per day. By one serving, I mean 2 small oranges or 2 small kiwis or 2 plums or a 1 larger fruit like 1 banana, 1 apple, 1 pear, 1 medium-sized mango. Or coming to the smaller fruits, 10 cherries, 10 grapes or 6 strawberries. By one serving of vegetable, I mean 1/2 cup of cooked vegetables or 1 bowl of salad or 1 bowl of uncooked vegetable soup. Next important part in the diet is their proteins. Proteins should form around 10 to 30% of the total energy intake. On an average, around 0.85 to 0.9 gram per kilogram of protein is daily required. Proteins will come from meat, poultry, fish, eggs, nuts, beans, soya, and tofu. The protein requirement is completed if we give them 2 servings per day. By one serving, I mean 2 eggs or 40 grams of nuts or seeds, or around 3/4 cup of dal, or half a palm size of lean meat. Next important thing in their diet is milk and milk products, and that they should at least consume 3 servings per day. By 3 servings, again, I mean 1 glass of milk equals to 1 bowl of curd or equals to 2 slices of cheese. Lastly, fats, they are very important in our diet and they contribute to around 25 to 30% of the energy, but they should be used minimally. Saturated fats should form only less than 10% of the diet. And Alternative methods of cooking should be used, like boiling or steaming or stir frying or baking instead of deep frying. Foods which are very high in trans fats, sugar, and salt, like chips, aerated beverages, they should be avoided. The salt intake should be limited to less than 6 grams per day. So this is how a food pyramid for a teenager should look like. It should have 5 to 7 servings of cereals, 5 servings of vegetables and fruits, 3 servings of dairy products, 2 servings of proteins, 2 servings of fats and oils, but they should be kept to a minimum, and maximum 1 serving of aerated beverage or chips, and that too should be minimized. It should be kept to less than once in a week actually. And this is the picture from the NIH. This is how my plate for the day should be looking like for a teenager. It should be like half plate should be filled with fruits and vegetables. Around 2/3 of a plate should be filled with cereals. 1/3 should come from proteins, that is pulses, eggs, or meat. A little bit of oil, a little bit of nuts and seeds, and along with milk and dairy products. Micronutrients, daily calcium requirement for the teenagers is around 1300 grams per day. If we give them adequate dairy products, that is 3 servings per day, it is usually met. Iron requirement is around 11 to 12 grams for a boy and 13 to 15 milligrams per day for a teenage girl who started menstruation. So she should have a little more of green leafy vegetables in her diet. Lastly, I would like to say there are 5 E's that we should look forward in while planning a teenager's diet. First E is eat together. If a family eats together, the teenager will learn so many new things. We should eat a variety. Our food should have all colors in it. The next E is escape junk. The fourth E is educate them, help them read food labels. They will understand their diet and probably take them out shopping, planning their own diet, ask them to cook for themselves sometimes, and lastly, encourage a lot of water intake. For even teenagers, 6 to 8 glasses of water is required. Thank you so much.